Biscuits and tea.
I'm against the death penalty in general.
Okay, well, why? Why?
It's because I think it's just too much of an issue because there has been a ton of people that have been executed that then are found innocent, and I don't think it's worth
Oh, no.
risking killing someone who's innocent just to kill other people. Or I think it's
Yeah. We have to do devil's advocate with that. Then they'll say what? Yeah. What about all the monsters they've kept off the street? And do you really think this guy is supposed to? Timothy McVeigh killed all those people, and we know he killed all those people.
Yeah, no, you just lock him in a room, whatever.
You just lock him in a room, whatever. Well, I have to pay for that. And I don't want my tax money.
It's more expensive to execute somebody than having him life in prison. Yeah, somehow. I don't know how the logistics work, but
well, with the freaking amount of money that pharmaceutical companies charge people, I'd imagine whatever they use to kill people, it's marked up $1 billion a fucking thing.
Yeah,
I think a big part is you have to have a lot more trials. It takes a lot more time to go through all this crazy paperwork, and then they have to go be in these special places. But it's more expensive for taxpayers to execute than to have them.
Do you think it's effective though? Like don't do this in the state of Texas, or you are going to be put to the death penalty. Like, do you think that stops criminals from doing bad stuff?
No. I think if you're already fringing with the idea of doing something that you're going to get the death penalty for, you're probably assuming you're not going to get caught, or you don't care if you get caught.
Probably.
I think in places, I think in the U.S., we are it's not in your face so much, but some of these countries, Malaysia, maybe Thailand, I can't think of some of these.
Like the drug offenses where they get executed. It's crazy.
They execute them. They execute these people for having drugs. And we're talking a small amount. Like you walked past a guy that was high when you were 16, and they smell it on you, and you're 25. You're done, ghosted. That definitely is deterring people from doing stuff.
And there is a factor of like fear that like law, like that has like it controls people for sure. I wonder if like a lot of these like murders and stuff though, if that is like part of the thrill to doing that kind of stuff too, like getting away with it, or I don't know, like the risk involved with there being a death penalty. I don't know. Like, I just don't think it probably, like you said, it doesn't matter to those, these people.
But life in solitary confinement or just prison sounds almost just as bad as a death penalty.
Oh,
wait
a second. It sounds worse for you. It sounds the worst. It sounds bad for you. That's what's going on here. Because unless you're getting tortured, Tyler, there are a bunch of people who already do this willingly. They go out into the woods. They go into a thing.
The
woods
go in silent. Is different than a room. I could go out to the woods for a bit.
A bit. No, we're talking about life in prison. Like you're 20 something and they've just decided, it's not like you can have camping. He wants to go camping for a weekend. No. You're going for 60 years into a cave and that's it. Some people do that. Solitary confinement it's not good because you lose, but you could.
Would you rather die or?
Yeah, there are tools to manage this. If you get lucky, if you learn, and depending on where you are in the world, over here the jails are much better than most of the way some poor people in the U.S. would ever even live their life. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you're onto something though with the amount of people that have been killed on death row.
Oh yeah.
Right. That's if you've killed one person wrong, you've killed too many.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
That's
it's a broken system.
Yeah. You know what they
until we can figure out.
Go ahead.
You can't really have a law like, okay, no death penalty unless like we're super duper sure this guy
exactly
did it.
We have to be extra.
We're gonna bring somebody into the courthouse for him to kill so we can all watch it, and then we'll know that we can
exactly coerce him into doing it right before you.
And then that person that he kills was actually someone who will need the first killer. So that will be the death penalty sentence. Will be you're killed by the
a little chain reaction.
Yeah,
I see what you're going there. Yeah, keeps everybody's hands clean and keeps or we just do like the Colosseum, just gladiator style. If you've been convicted of it, like we won't kill you. Like we'll give you a couple weeks to train. We'll give you the Golarami training method, give you a 21-day
Yeah.
challenge.
And into the Thunderdome you go.
Yeah, that's it. You know, just
The body cam.
the
Want
weather
a body
dome.
cam on the head, body cam in the chest. Capture
Oops.
everything in the weather dome.
Are you surprised that they don't monetize somehow? We used to public executions have been like, it was not very long ago. You can still see the last guillotining. I'm making that shit up, but that's the guillotine
Yeah.
when you cut off. You can see that on film. And the
Yeah, I'm
last one
good.
happened in France.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I'm glad that's not something that we do anymore, man. That freaks me out so
That's
bad.
still a lot more humane than the
True.
lethal injection.
Well, so they say, right?
I mean, I
don't know.
I don't believe that. I'd rather get the
Really?
lethal. I'd rather get the
Oh.
injection than have my head sliced off and then figure out that you're actually alive for like 10 minutes after your head's cut off and you're just sitting there alive still, looking like an idiot.
You'd rather? I would much rather have my head cut off than have
Oh.
poison, just slowly poisoned. That sounds so painful.
Yeah.
They just
Don't
shed
they
poison into your veins.
Don't they say they don't feel anything? Is that
No,
just them saying?
No, it's been from what I read on it, it's been reported as a pretty painful experience.
This
Who
is a
told them
Google.
it was painful?
I think you can tell by someone's reaction to getting.
Oh, we
It's
gotta
like-
find this out.
Screaming pain and agony.
I
thought it paralyzes you.
I think it does. All right, so here we go. If the person being executed were not already completely unconscious, the injection of a highly concentrated solution of potassium chloride could cause severe pain at the site of the IV line, as well as along the punctured vein, but it interrupts the electrical activity of the heart muscle and then causes it to stop beating, bringing about the death of the person. Yeah, so it might.
I've always had this thing about talking about hearts and pumping blood that just always freaks me out. I don't know why. I start getting panicky.
About your heart pumping blood?
Just like the heart's beating, like in my then I start feeling it in my chest, and people start talking about it, and it just kind of my hands get clammy, and I start just getting kind of weird. Same thing with donating blood and all that kind of shit. It just kind of freaks me out for some reason.
I hate getting blood drawn.
Not a fan.
I hate needles in my veins. It's like the worst.
Like I can feel my heart right now.
But do you hate it still? Do you still not like? I was exactly like that. Like growing up, I did not want to
I
deal.
still like when I was in the hospital. They put so many different needles, so many different times, and I hated every second of it.
I had some weird transformation. Two things that I used to be afraid of: heights. This is like in my teens, like not deathly afraid of heights, but like, you want to go over that? Nah, I'm all right. Like I'm good. I'm not gonna do that right now. It just went away. And then needles. I wasn't incredibly scared of like getting shots when I was younger, but yeah, let's avoid the needles, please. To then one day I looked when I was getting blood drawn, and I somehow, because you know you avoid it. Like when they go to do the thing, you just like, yeah, go ahead. Let's go. Just go ahead and take that.
Yeah.
You don't look at it. Well, I looked at it, and and then I was just like, okay, I don't like needles now. I don't poke myself, but I'm okay with it. You know, I'm okay.
That'd be a really weird thing to like get into. You're just like into poking yourself with sharp shit.
It exists.
Yeah.